Hello, my name is Matthew Fernandez, and I will be going through my reflective journey into poetry analysis. And thanks to this project, I have shown a lot of growth. So, my presentation is going to highlight my journey through analyzing poetry, focusing on themes, literary devices, and deeper meanings behind the poems. I'll be sharing insights from some of my poems, only three of them. I will showcase the emotional and intellectual discoveries I made through the analysis, and specifically my three favorite ones. So, for my three favorite poems, the themes, motifs, and symbols. So, some key themes across poems, including Ozymandias, was the fleeting nature of power and human achievement. For Sonnet 130, it was the authenticity in love versus idealized beauty. For Ode on Solitude, it was joy in simplicity and self sufficiency. Some of the motifs and symbols include decay, which was the ruined statue in Ozymandias, comparison, honest love in Sonnet 130, nature, which were the fields, the herds, and seasons in Ode on Solitude. So, going over the literary devices, there were many that I picked up on, but I feel like the most ones that pop out include imagery, irony, personification, and contrast. So, imagery is a big one. Imagery you can find in almost any poem. So, in Ozymandias, they say the trunkless legs of stone. Out on Solitude, they say paternal acres. For irony, Ozymandias, they say inscription versus reality. That is the irony. For personification, Ode on Solitude is hours and days slide soft away. The contrast, Sonnet 130, is the reality versus idealized beauty. So the structure and form. So the framework throughout these poems were pretty different. So Ozymandias was a sonnet form, so 14 lines, with irregular rhyme to match the decay and change, which that was part of the poem. Sonnet 130, it was a Shakespearean sonnet, three couple lines and a rhyme couplet emphasizing authenticity. For Ode on Solitude, it consisted of a A-B rhyme scheme, reflecting balance and harmony in life. So the historical and cultural context. So poetry in time and place. So this means for Ozymandias, it was a romantic focus on nature, time, and the fall of empire, inspired by fascination with ancient Egypt. Sonnet 130, it was the Renaissance rejection of conventional beauty in love poetry. Ode on Solitude, it was a neoclassical longing for balance during rapid industrial change. So my reflective essay, I learned a lot, but the big thing with me was my personal growth, I feel like. So I learned patience in reading poetry because many of the times I would skim through the poems and honestly just not try and find the deeper meanings unless I had to. And this is due to me not really having such interest in poetry, but this has really gained my interests more. So I gained confidence in my analyses and interpretations. My favorite poem was Ozymandias, and this is because I liked the deeper meaning, which was about legacy and time. I feel like you can apply that even to today's day, no matter how much legacy, how much power you have. With all time, it's gonna go to waste. It's all temporary, and I feel like that's very true. So in conclusion, thanks to this project, I analyzed different poems and I discovered that poetry isn't just about finding the right answer, but about connecting with emotions, ideas, and deeper meaning. Each poem had different themes, but my favorite theme was from Ozymandias, like I said, which was the temporary of human power. Literary devices like irony, contrast, and imagery and symbolism were a key factor to uncovering these meanings and help shape my understanding of the poems. I've also learned to slow down and read poetry more carefully, appreciating like what the poet has to say, because they're always giving out these hidden messages and hidden meanings that us, the readers, are supposed to find. So I feel like I've gained some knowledge into that. I learned that criticism is about asking the right questions and diving deeper into a poem's layers. I've gained confidence in my analysis and no longer am going to shy away from expressing my interpretations, even when others don't have the same interpretations and opinions. So, through this project, I've discovered the power of seeing beyond the surface. Like I said before, when I would skim through, I wouldn't really find the deeper meaning that us as readers are supposed to. So I would see above the surface. So now I've learned to see beyond the surface. It has been a very impactful journey of unlocking both the meaning of poems and new aspects of my own perspective. That is my project. Thank you.